Hello everyone, welcome to my video channel, my YouTube channel, and welcome to another quick update on our sketchbook series. This is the series where I have shown you in the first one how to fold your paper, what materials to buy. The second one shows you the pencils that I use, and the third one getting to know your materials. I do hope that you're following along, and I do hope that you have started your sketchbook series and have a good few pieces of paper folded and ready for this course. At the end of it, we'll bind them all together and you will have created your very own sketchbook with all your own drawings in that book to show everybody. It's the most exciting thing one can do. I have plenty of them. I probably make sketchbooks every couple of months, if not sooner, and fill them with glee and look back on all that I've done. So today is all about tonal value. Tonal value is the most important aspect of a drawing, a painting, any piece that one is busy with or that one does. Here's an example, and I also want to show you that this is Bristol paper being smooth. I did briefly chat about paper in my materials upload, YouTube upload. And I said to you that Bristol paper is not my favorite. It's very, very smooth. However, let me show you the differences. You can see that this paper is very, very white in comparison to a natural paper. This is the Fabriano 160 gram that I use and recommended that you get to start drawing on for your sketchbook series. So the paper would be the first value, the white. That's one of the values that you're going to get to. And generally within a drawing, you would get to 5 or 6, even sometimes 8, depending on the depth of blackness that you are going for. This, you can see that there are various depths of shading or tones or values that one eventually gets to where the eye and the brain picks up and literally puts all of this together and tells you that it is a kingfisher. For me, the eyes are the most important, so you'll see in my pieces, my graphite pieces, that the eye is the darkest tone of the entire piece that I have worked on. On my left here, you can see that I've done some graphite practices of eyes, noses, and mouths, which is my portrait elements, which we will be doing in one of the sessions. So do get excited, because this sketchbook series is going to take you to another level. It's going to be one of the most exciting things you've ever done. Here you can see that I have done a fox and a sweet little, I think it's a squirrel. Yes, it is. It's a squirrel. And you can also clearly see the values, the tonal values that I have achieved in both of these drawings. You can clearly see that the light on the top of the forehead here, the light goes across the top of the forehead. It's on the edge of the nose. You can see on this fox that it's across the top of his head, and there are bits on his cheek and his nose that pick up the light as well. Light and your darks are very important for making a piece pop. So let's get back to what we are going to be doing today and start with our tonal values. We're going to take a pencil. So let's start with, say, a 2B. Just want to make sure that it is sharpened properly. And with that, I will show you what I do with my shavings or my sharpenings. I keep a bowl and I sharpen my pencils into it. And the shavings from the pencil I keep, and I'll show you in a minute what I do with that. So that is quite a nice point. Let's just get a better point. Right. So here we have a 2B, and basically what we are going to do is we are going to draw a very, very rough block. Just do it by hand. Doesn't matter if it's straight or if it isn't straight. Let's draw a long block like that, and we're going to divide it into sections. That's all that we're wanting to do. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this may be pushing it a bit much, because generally what I said to you, as I said to you before, we finish in this area here. White is the paper, so do not put any value in that whatsoever, okay? And this is where we start filling in with our graphite pencil. We go as softly as we can, because obviously number 2 going straight from the paper should be the lightest, and number 8 at the end of it should be the darkest. So we're going to gently fill this block in. Nothing too rough, nothing too difficult. Just go across the whole lot. Take your pencil over everything. You can immediately see that my block 2 is darker than what I've got across the other blocks here. And that does sometimes happen, where if you haven't practiced before you start a piece, you do tend to go in a little bit too dark. So let's just lift it slightly with the kneaded eraser. So we lift it, and there we have a lighter block than the next one. If we blend it out, we can easily see that it is a lovely light tone, which is what we're looking for. If we blend out the next one, we can see that that tone is slightly darker than the first two, and I doubt that the fourth one is going to give us anything slightly darker. So we're going to go back over this area again with a 2B. Use whichever pencil you like, as long as it isn't an H. And let's blend that one out. Not quite as dark as I would like, prefer it over the 3, number 3. So let's just darken it ourselves. Let's go back over number 5 to number 6. Just adding a little bit more pressure, not too much. This is a very good exercise for you as well, besides the last exercise that we did, where we literally were discovering our pencils and understanding what they can deliver in terms of light to dark. I'm going to go back over here to get that tonal value. There is an easier way of doing this. However, I want you to really get into these sorts of exercises so that you really do learn an in-depth theory of what your materials can do. Now when we get to 7 and 8, okay, we can go over with the 2B, and we can get a darker tone here. I mean, I haven't got to the end of what this pencil can deliver, which is quite remarkable considering that it's only a 2B. We do the 7, and then we go back over there again to just to get that tone slightly deeper. And we do the same thing with the 8. And then we have a 2B. We go across the tonal values of what this pencil can deliver, which is quite something. So now if you are not happy, so let's just say that you feel that the 3 is not enough between the 2 and the 3, and you can keep on adding to it until you get to what you want to get. Eventually this pencil will not deliver any more than what it is capable of doing or what it's been made to do. And that's where these pencils come in, these black. So these black, this is a 4B, and these black deliver a beautiful tone without you really having to do as much as you've just done with a 2B. And here we have the 7B. Sorry, let me just hold on to my paper here. Here we have the 7B, and that delivers an even darker tone than what the 4B does, obviously. So you can use a 2B from beginning to end of a piece. It's not impossible. However, I would suggest that you learn across your pencils, across your 2H, your 2B, your 4B, your 6B, and then onto your blacks. This exercise across here can be done with all pencils. And I do encourage you to do it. This is something that you can literally doodle with, and this is something that will literally take you 10 minutes to do. It doesn't have to be as in-depth as what... Oh, oops, sorry, I've gone across the white of the paper. It doesn't have to be as in-depth as what we have done on the first one, but you can literally have a look and see. This will tell you which pencil you will want to draw with from beginning to end of a piece. Should you not wish to carry a lot of pencils with you when you go traveling, this will help you make that drawing kit that you take with you a whole lot easier to carry. We take our blending stump, we do the same thing with it again. As you can see here, it's got very, very much deeper than what the first one is. And I'm not quite sure that we're going to get to a lighter, as light as what we have there, because these are black pencils. The next one we can take across, and then we can deepen that one without having to blend. We can still do the same exercise. So as I said to you, this is very, very good for one to do. This really does teach you about your graphite materials, your graphite pencils that you have. And you can also see how far you can go with that pencil in terms of deep, deep, dark blacks. There's only so much that it will deliver, each pencil will deliver. It's made to only deliver X amount. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 again. And this is a 4B black pencil. This is a 2B graphite pencil. So do yourself a favor and do this exercise. As I said to you, it's very, very good. And again, have a look at it. Only blend one half of it to see what you end up with, and get to know what it looks like in comparison to just laying it down onto the sketchbook. So please do this exercise with your pencils. Run it across from 1 being the paper, 2 to the lightest, more pressure, bit more pressure than that, lots of pressure, lots and lots and loads of pressure at the end here. And test to see what each and every single one of your pencils are capable of. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I'll see you again in the next video.